So today we will be looking at Super Crush KO, which is a new game from Vertex Pop, which is a studio that is based in Toronto, Canada, I believe, and which was also responsible previously for Graceful Explosion Machine, which was the excellent hybrid shooter action game, very arcadey thing that was released for the Switch early in its life in 2017. So this is a new game from that developer, and we have not taken a look at it at all. So it is very much going to be a blind learning run, and we'll see how it goes. Probably an intro cutscene coming our way. This is a catnapping in a very literal sense. As good a motive any for embarking upon an action adventure. Okay, let's learn this. Currently going to do this with D-pad. We will see soon enough that makes a little more sense in a side-scroller format than to go with stick, but that'll depend on whether you really want a full 360 degrees of movement. Much. Like the grading, very much going to be about continuing to combo, as you would expect games of this genre. Very crisp and satisfying so far. Double jump, there we go. Hey, looks like a long-range attack. Unshot, okay. Yeah, I see why we might potentially want to stick for some of the diagonals, but we will swap between the control schemes and see if either of them work better. As with Graceful Explosion Machine, and as with a lot of action games of this genre, it looks like there will be a special attack limit. Okay. And still kind of getting used to the lock on here. Mildly directional. Oh, out of energy already. And lost combo. Alright, still on tutorial screens. We will get better at this. I like that these are, I guess it's a vending machine. Okay, very Bayonetta style in a way, and that we'll be using the ranged attack. Continue to combo. So, work conceptually. Make sure you can be stringing those hits together with a certain degree of variety. See if we can. Oh, okay. Get up to that B grade. Okay. Dodge. Yeah. Solid tutorial level so far. A long dodge, short dodge, long dodge. Aim to affect anything in terms of resource meter. And yeah. Up to learn some of the scoring bonuses eventually. I think the dodge is only a side dodge, though, as far as I can tell. I'll pick up at the checkpoint. Be fairly quick to maintain this. Making some expected hits in melee range there. And that's if you're not watching me charge up, though. And there we go, already I'm getting up to A. Oh. Missing the dodge button there. Don't actually know if my current team dodge on L is matching my muscle memory in Bayonetta or one. I feel like it may have been on the right side. But you know, the game you have, so. I'm coming, Chubs. Now I like that they have the submit later function, presumably for offline play. That was very much a requested feature originally in Graceful Explosion Machine that was implemented post-patch. Highly useful because in that case that was very much a game that you want to play on the plane or the bus, but not if we're just getting S ranks that did not qualify. So we'll have to play a little more cleanly. It looks like 10% bonuses just for ticking the boxes. Probably meeting some kind of benchmark, but I'm not sure if that's a yes or no, did you meet the benchmark, or if that's graded in a curve with multiple tiers, as it were. So, same time, just a tutorial. Is in fact a leaderboard for the tutorial, given the limited moveset that may be among the hardest leaderboards to actually work with. I think leaderboards tend to be a lot more approachable the deeper you get into the game and the more practiced you are with a diverse loadout. But given that there isn't a letter grade on the tutorial level, let's just move on what we do. Oh. Yeah, definitely I think the dodge on L side is that's throwing me off. Get right through that. To get a bonus, bullet dodger bonus, it seems. Dodging the bullet. Pretzel. Brill. I think it's a very fitting move for a pretzel. Okay, line him up, knock him down. Now, I don't know that consumes the energy meter. I think it does, looking at... Yep. Definitely something to attend to in your peripheral vision. And gem collection as before to keep up some momentum. Starting to flow a little better already. Multiple finisher. There we go. Dip forward and keep this going. Get up to S. Aerial enemies there. I have to anticipate the attacks with a dodge there. That was a blow on my part. And back down to D when taking a hit as that. in. Ooh, that's a bad hit. I saw that coming too. Not doing so well in this segment. Quite a lot of incoming damage. Now, from the scoreboard, it looks like there was a continue system in this game. We will hopefully don't have to embarrass yourself by using it. I sort of get why you would want the shoot button on ZR to match the shoot button in a lot of other games. I'm not sure that's really ideal here, but may just be muscle memory from other games talking. Yeah, very swift. Very satisfying. Go. At some point we will actually have to pay attention to some of the bonuses listed in the top right. I might potentially want to remap the dash button, I think, but... Okay. I've got slice. Right? Oh, that's the... Oh, I see, there's a bit of a forward time for that, perhaps. That might just be the D-pad talk. We are still on D-pad instead of stick. And I don't know if that is ideal. And there's a little bit of free aiming, but I don't know if that would be blocked. Diagonals along directions or not. Quite a reach on that uppercut attack. I don't really know what the limitation is on the dodge, maybe just like downers, as far as I can tell. Little move variety into this. Stage length is actually quite nice so far. Simple combat rooms. Good room. Maintain that S rather quickly. You can see how quickly meter seems to drop on the edge in the top right once you hit up the S. Very momentum based. And take this guy out. That's a knockout. S rank clear. Okay, so we have 2 medals down at the bottom. The stupid robots I shoot. Well, I suppose that's some kind of medal bottom left. Not clear what I need to do to fill both of those. Yeah, well, we'll learn that as we go. We'll probably want to, for at least A ranks as I think this far too quickly. Oh, perfect combo, I see. So maybe I need for separate segments of the... I'm not really clear why there are 2 medals there. I was not actually that far off. For all S rank, there was a rough patch below the square. Hi. Oh, we'll see. I think I have buddy on this game yet. I did have... Top 500 though, oh well. Keep going. Not sure what this little panel is. Yeah. Damage location, yeah, that's right. It's time activated spikes. It's a little gradual escalation of age-related obstacles. Like you can drop that attack. Got crushed. Get a little bit of warning. Obstacles before they... Let's see if we can gain. Much damage. Kind of a terrible finish. Bit of popcorn can't fix. Again, it seems like the interface is certainly trying to persuade me to go with a stick. But who are we to listen to that? Had an enemy to lock on. Okay. Quite a lot that is bound up the X button then, it seems. Okay, that's kind of a directional weave. I see how that works. Go on before we lose that B as we've done. Yeah. Words. Kind of multiple tap on that X button. Exactly going quickly there, but very good sense of what the traversable platforms are. At least the geometries are very clear in that. Go. Very near thing there with the... Yeah, I think the directional lock-on is just straight diagonal. I don't know if the obstacles damage the enemies at all. Go, that's right. Segment there. Rage attacks not be interrupted. E. Tip. Rage attacks removed. Okay, couldn't quite back around to the screen behind that guy. Turning phase mistake. Milkshake gives you ground. Shockwave attacks that launches enemies and enemy attacks. Now, there's quite a lot that's going on here in terms of moveset. What's going on directionally? Tons of stuff found. One button. Okay, I see. What a good impact of that. And quite a lot of variety. And have fairly good color awareness here. Everything that's going on. Again, taking after one of the better systems in Graceful Explosion Machine. The threats are very color-coded. Red. Okay, that's distinct from everything else that you see in the game. Let's rank again. Times combo number. Sense my own position sometimes. Dodging about everywhere. There we go. That went down pretty quickly. Meter management is definitely challenging in the face of everything that's going on. Now you can see that the rank medal seems to refresh. Like, can't delay and move on pretty quickly between segments. Get some of these defensive bonuses. Oh boy. That red attack coming, and that's 2D again. Alright, let's back on our feet here. Very fluid. Okay. Unfortunate that mistake in the middle of that last segment there, but we have a somewhat respectable score coming out of this. Yeah, I guess the medals, bottom S rank, there we go. Who is she and how does her hair stay completely perfect? So yeah, I guess the stages are divided into segments, and that the perfect combos medals on the bottom are tracked by segment. I don't know if those medals are preserved from run to run, but that's something we can test as we proceed the game. See how we're doing. As a point of comparison here. Quite a ways off from what are presumably the S+ rank scores, but you know, top 150 out of the gate, we're improving. Not that many people getting S ranks on these, I guess. Actually, always kind of nice, slightly, fortunately small audience for games like this that the leaderboards have a certain intimacy to them. That facing top ranks feels at least somewhat realistic and protected from widespread cheating. Actually, learn how to play defense. And being on the far side of the screen when you go from screen to screen, yeah. Bad idea, but it seems you can burst them before you lose the ranks. I see S is a cat-shaped silhouette, which makes a great deal of sense. Combo going. Okay. So ignition bar, and there is... Can't just spam range attack all day, but you can use it as a bit of a combo stitcher. Okay, tried to get out of there, but was a little slow. Luckily, the health replenishment seems fairly generous. Okay. Back to A rank, despite a fairly sizable mistake in that segment. Yeah, this is a very fluid system. Very satisfying to play through. That guy in the face. Oh, that's new. Armadillo. Super Beam KO. See what that's all about. Only have room in your belly, I think, for so much fast food. Okay, this is very similar to the long-range beam attack in Graceful Explosion Machine then. Although we'll see how it goes in terms of the energy bar usage. Takes a long time to charge up, okay. I see, there's going to be a third meter to watch around the edge of your grid. No, correct. I don't actually know what the times 5 is. I guess that's the number of continues. I haven't used one yet. Now that is a super, very super beam KO. The meter seems to fill pretty quickly. Knockout. A lot of spikes in this segment and securing platforms, so I have to spend a lot of time in the air, it seems. Or I guess that was a tutorial segment for what is to come. Now, visibility of those disappearing platforms, I guess, is get used to. That'll change in coloration. Okay. Sometimes it's very easy to kind of get lost in combo attack and not cancel out quickly enough to get off the spike platform. It seems attacks are kind of skewed in some way. That if you are mid-attack, you can't really cancel out defensively. That's certainly part of the challenge this game, it seems. Guys out of the water for staging. And A rank clear, okay, not gonna be metal material by any means, but build up to that again. Be easily satisfied that we have not had to burn any continues. previous stage, I think. Very near thing. Can really demolish quite a lot. That's, I guess. A lot of this game is about meter management. Mention all three of those. I see what's going on there. Wasn't touching that steering platform. How responsive the spot dodges are in need of making your way out of that defensively. The dodge may in fact be way cancel out. Go. That's rank. Times 20 Mega Crush. Not really sure what that is. Very satisfying series of explosions there. 4 out of 5 perfect combos. Too bad about that segment in the middle. Brow, says Chubbs. Okay, how are we doing? Top 100. A missed input on that dodge. Eventually hitting the R rather than ZL for that. That's gotta come from some other game. I'm not sure it's just Bayonetta. It might be something like Hollow Knight. Or however it was that I remapped things. I had remember which game it was that I had remapped Patch Hollow Knight. In terms of the dodge on a shoulder button. Oh, that was much too late of a delay. Positioning myself around that guy. There. Out of position. Armadillo enemy. That in a base. Rather unfortunate losing the S rank finish at the very end there, but recover something. Ooh, dodge. Heavy on the ammunition, ranged attack. Not watching that meter sufficiently. Okay. Capture's going rather badly. It's experience. a bit late onto dodging as well. Super meter lined up at least. See, and now you have timed or activate after you pass through. Last. There is actually a bit of terrain collision to account for when around corners. Another interesting way to introduce that concept. Level setups like this is a rather bad run. I'll replay this one if we can't even hit A rank. Combos are going quite badly. A lot of steam. Burn too many ranged attacks in case you don't bank them for flying enemies coming in. Dodge. Base. Finally back to an S. First time this chapter. That. These guys in the face. Very satisfying to line up the super beam. Quite that vivid information. And okay, finally got one S medal. Otherwise rather messy level, but that whoa, okay. That's neat. Needless to say, you'll probably have to deal with quite a few of those later. Wow, okay, that's quite an attack that. Desperately needed health replenishment. Numbering back to the A rank though. Overall rank is actually an S, which is surprising given that we didn't have a single combo and quite a bit of sloppiness throughout, but sweet. Nemesis gets to use her new toy. Seems to be a rather generous rank. That's World 1 done already, that's rather quick. Let's see what the boss pattern is all about. It's called Nunya.
Huh?
Okay. I do love the color scheme in this game, very vivid.
Huh?
Okay. We can figure this out. Oh, okay. That must be dodged. Or the tutorial and now see, whoa. Got a cooldown on that dodge, in fact. Quite got a sense. Damage numbers on a relative. Relative damage not on the attacks, rather, yes. Now, one thing you can do with the enemies that spawn on screen is maybe build some gear. Whoops. Okay, so you're gonna have to do triple dodge. Ooh, okay. Still don't have the hang of the dodge time. Much too early. We're gonna continue on this one. Pretty sloppy. Gonna be a very good rank, I think. The D rank on this one segment. Nothing else. Pretty ugly score. And it's an S rank. Who knows? I think the S rank on a Chapter C may be excessively generous here. I mean, S plus is going to be the real bottleneck, given the presumptive requirement to not take any damage. But almost feel like I'm awarded a bit generously. Take a look around for that cat.
What?
Meow.
That's some meow. Take a look at this comparison. That seems suspicious. S rank on only a 20k on that. Top 300, so who knows? Pretty small player base though, but still. Gone from Little Shibuya to Greenwood Park, which is a slight alteration scheme. World 1 out of the way already. Seems rather short, although the levels themselves are fairly chunky, getting into 4 or 5 segments by the end there. Really quite satisfying just to keep things up in this game. Oh, okay, I see this. Obstacle. Works. A certain degree of interruption, but oh, that's new. A lot of movement on those guys. I think the difficulty will be in catching them rather than using the damage avoidance. That's go. No, that's a total miss. Okay. Lot going on in this game in terms of and almost too quick to react to your own position defensively. Okay, not a lot of that variety on my part there, but just survived that part. Punched them up together like that. A risky spot dodge. Up into this segment. I've seen these guys. They're on that. Weaving into the projectiles with a dodge is indeed indeed very satisfying. Failing to know, not so satisfying. It's amply demonstrated here. Ooh, getting ugly. Oh, so that's our first continue of the day. Continue or start over? I'd rather go without continue. See what we can do. Probably what's getting us to ranks. I think we can do it. Play a little cleaner. The length of the stages seems more satisfying to play without continues regardless. They're a very good fit for that. Then we will get later into the game and see if we regret that particular interpretive decision. Period of invulnerability on these guys is maybe a little bit long, able to keep up the combo even to dodge them appropriately. Slow cleanup there, perhaps. Punishment. Get on with it. Lost track of my own position again. The only difficulty with this game is occasionally dashing around so quickly you lose track of your own screen position. But it is a very quick experience, as you can see from that little S-rank segment there. So quite a bit better. Okay, guys up. Nice. Okay. Ooh. Managed to dodge cancel out of that one. Let's try these guys. Managed to catch the next wave of spawns too. Probably pretty convenient. Guessing that kind of record level play rather, is going to involve taking advantage of a lot of those spawn patterns once you learn them. Assuming they are as deterministic as they dodge that. And kind of track these guys with a projectile while they are attack phase. Got a saw blade there now. We've not gotten this far. Going? You can see the saw blade track rather clearly, at least. Maybe I get a little close on the hitbox. Now, slamming the dodge button right in the middle of that saw blade, hard to believe. Okay, rank. Through whatever that guy was throwing at me. Ooh, that face. And that. to catch some of those projectiles. A little bit of scoring bonus out of that. Hey, back to A rank, not too bad. A lot better, but at least we are not useless continues this time. Spending the energy meter at decent pace is probably the that needs to be learned here. Watch that blade cycle and get out of the way. Back to A so far. And there we go. Quite a long, hazardous flight pattern on those bat-like enemies there. Really do seem like they come out of right out of Bayonetta. Kind of sloppy. That is definitely a green spot right there. Ooh. That is right. Not a very clean finish, but without the use to at least have a respectable rank. How the scoring scheme is going so far. S rank, there we go. Yes, I blew up her robot. Good thing. How are we doing? Okay. Field is narrowing down a little bit as you get into World 2. Eventually try to chase some S+, but maybe not on the learning run as we're still grappling with the early phases of the game. I did hear tell that are only 4 worlds in this, but rather short, but fair amount of content to master. Depending on how complex the obstacles that are managed to become. Oh. Oh, quite a lot of incoming damage here. Okay. Maybe not getting enough use out of the aiming compared to projectiles. That's very easy to get into the habit of just spamming the trigger for the ranged attack without tending too much to the direction. Something technical to work on as a player. Are back up to the S ranks now, though. Territory. Oh, okay. I just slam into that guy there, and that's very ill planned, rather. Okay. That guy in the face. Now, what are these? These look like jump pads of some sort. Jump. There you go. Okay. And you do get the double jump out of that, so we're locked to layouts of one screen at a time, so I don't know how much flexibility there will be that really in terms of movement, but really rocket around the stage. So, dodge one, just around. Yeah, we gotta clear the field here. Ooh. getting into continue territory fairly soon. Okay. Little tutorial interstitial there as they walk the combination of the disappearing platforms blades. Yeah, this game introduces ideas very quickly, but very succinctly. So, just within about an hour of play, it seems like we already have a very full moveset. Here it's just a matter of reading the stages, dodging in a very wise direction there. Oh, there's that guy again. Try and read his separate attack signals very well yet. He does have the frontal attack and the blast attack. Seems like there is a subtle animation between the two. Okay, blast all those. Get an S rank knockout. Fight a spike trap at the bottom there. Okay. Ooh, okay, not nearly enough of a dodge. Remember that the dodge distance can be manipulated by how long you hold the button, but something I've practiced yet. A little difficult to remember in a heated moment. Back up to the A rank despite some rather sloppy play there. Almost back to full health. Oh, tried to do the second dodge there and down. Oh. Oh, tried to jump out on the pad, and that did not work again. Quite an attack range on that guy when he's going. Ooh. Watch your movement when you spam the attack like that. Pretty dangerous territory now. I'm not sure what actually triggers the heart replenishment, and that would be useful to know. Was some kind of systematic cause for that in terms of generating hearts back in... I don't remember what it was and what analogous mechanic would appear. That would be very useful to know in terms of making the hearts pop out. Only an A rank for the first time in a little while, but it was a fairly sloppy run. A will suffice. Doesn't seem to be split into minus or plus ranks as far as I know, but then we don't have much of a sample to work with. Thinks that Cat loves her more than me. She is so wrong. Check the neighbors. Yeah, it's short by about 20k, but that's what happens when you get quite so many hits. Actually learn how to watch that ammunition. See, so this stage is segmented. Kind of walked right into the attack there. Be fairly careful not to do any dash attacks from one half to the other. You have to just spam the X button everywhere. Yes. Yeah, not a lot of continuity on that segment, unfortunately. Awkward time around the stage split. And that's a larger version of Effective. That's not corruptible either. Matter of closing in safely. Now, despite the red attack on the armadillo, it seems like that is at least somewhat interruptible. Ooh, dodge. Ground pound actually does it. Gives you interrupt onto red attacks that are blockable. Dashing through that still activates it. Briefly, it does activate. Going. A lot of misses there, a lot of whiffs. Ooh. What's going on now? Emergency button all ready to go. Dodge. I have to adjust that on it. Like the arrow pretty off screen. Yikes. Bad run there. Let's clean up a little bit. On that though. Pressing S ranks would be a bit of a perfectionist experience. I mean, not just in a tautological sense, but let's start this one from scratch. I think we can do a lot better. Far too messy. Game on. Clean up this segment a bit. Clear one side at a time. Remember to go easy. Dash attacks here. Run yourself. Defense. Ooh. Getting that dodge. What is the dodge cooldown? I don't see any visible indication, unfortunately, when the dodge is useful. I think it's very strictly rhythm based. Understanding when it's available. Spam it all the time. That guy down in time when it's decent there, but perfect. 3-hit combo. I'll have to calm down a bit for each successive pass. At least, a slight improvement from the previous one, given how disastrous that was. blast there. And nice cleanup. Bring in some more move variety here, I think. Let's score faster. Ugh, thanks. It's very satisfying combat. I have to play this, which is a little bit cleaner. Having some trouble. Seems like the attack that kind of only faces forward anyways. They should be easy to deal with if you like them. Almost expectedly switch sometimes when you're around a screen that quickly. Okay. Got at least one mean shot. Oh. More horizontal spacing work on this segment. Kill that guy. Started it first. Oh, that's bad combo loss there. That was definitely the right time for that, unless unexpected is coming. Right, now we're using them. Even checkpoints quite so firmly around here. Very low headroom here. I actually kind of like that setup. Plan around where you're going and do it 1 second at a time, trying to dodge that. I would miss. Bad series of combo rotates there. It does give you that replenishment. Maybe it's when you start getting into the clear. Ooh, yikes. Very unnecessary, that hit. Do. Have to be a little bit cleaner, I think, on the X button with those 3-part attacks. But we did get through that. At least it seems like not using the checkpoints consistently getting up to A at least. See how that goes from here. Hang on, am I amazing at beating up robots? I think I might be amazing at this. As Karen, as she negotiates her combat-induced monster syndrome, manages to overcome it. Style and grace. Not a lot of players up here yet. not that you can drop those. I was just nuke that guy before he got it down. Oh, trying to dodge into that, and that was a bad idea. Should have just gotten out of the way. Enemy setups here are surprisingly difficult to work with. Look at that, like, being beaten up on the first screen. This one seems pretty rough. Yeah, the Armadillo doesn't really have much room for contact. He's winding up the attack. Okay, we need to figure out how to get some hearts going here. These guys are dive bombers, held by their clear geometry, their downward pointing shape. What? Oh, let's get out of this spike trap. It's well for me to jump out of those sometimes when I'm in punch. Very bad habit. Fight on top of those ever. Sail through them maybe, but I don't want to give them. Or I think we pretty long ways from mastering how to get the most out of the energy replenishment. I was paying that much attention to the energy replenishment at all, in fact. That was pretty much a core part of the skill set required in the previous game. Knowing when to move around for replenishment purposes. Air pop, now what happens when we hit those? Oh, okay, you need to hit those with X. Expand energy goes with X, yes it does. A little bit of aerial flotation then. Chain through them, so it looks like we'll probably have to chain through them on top of spike traps or other hazards very momentarily. Just like that. Oh, I know what it was now. I think it was the Ori and the Blind Forest that I had to remap something or other to get the dash to work fluidly. Oh, yikes. Maybe Dead Cells, I don't know. One of those games. Nope. Gotta blast these guys. Reasonable chance of getting through this. You can't rely on that as much as you're doing. But it does keep you at A rank and 3 hearts. That is something. Okay. That was very nearly a case of hitting the wrong button for the dodge and timing straight as I projectile. At least saved by positioning there. Ooh, yikes. Very difficult to read those things. Well, actually, no, they give you a very clear signal. Their attention is elsewhere. Difficult to see them coming. Okay, so it's going to be X, and then I'm making you play around the stage now, which is something that this game has not challenged that much before. That's what you expect. An essential part of a skill later on, especially in that you really do get the whole moveset right. So it's very much a game about stage mechanics and going on. It's pretty much where all the variety will be coming from. Now, tells me I am not using special attacks really frequently enough. Managing meter. That should be how you build up defenses. By using the X attacks in all directions. It's easy. It's on certain kinds of kills that you do the hearts, but really not clear how that works yet. I haven't been able to insert it. Oh, yikes. Right into the blade. What a mistake you've made before. Be very easy to underestimate your own dodging distance here. Managed to interrupt that with down. Oh. Sometimes you have to make a bit of a gamble as to or not to get an enemy down entirely before the attack lands. Rank is somewhat acceptable. The rhythm of the special and normal attacks is something that still needs to be learned. Not really something that player experience. Oh no, totally lost a combo there. For spacing. In that case, damage. Oh, yikes, bad dodge. Not much. Already. Walked right into that one. Yeah, this one's quite worth it. Here we go. Hey, thank you for dropping by. Oh, I saw B7777. I appreciate the viewership for the little obscure game that not a lot of people seem to be streaming, so. I have not been using Continue, but just in process of learning how to play a little more cleanly and not take quite so much damage from other sources. Like that one. Dodge on Armadillo again. I guess for two of them. Not sure there's a better way to interrupt them than to do it by the ground. Fit for purpose. Okay. A bit untidy. Popped. A little bit of work there when you're not so fine projectiles. Yeah, time here though for sure. Okay. Yeah, the ground shake has a really long wind-up time, very rewarding attack. That power to interrupt, but really do need to scope that out well ahead of time. anticipate its use quite early. Hey, nice. That was a very satisfying finish right there. Yeah, you have to be quite perfect, I can see already, when going for a proper S-rank run in terms of springing the tutorial segment to the next segment after that. That was really much better. Nope. Failed ground pound. Ugh. Pretty ugly here. Start this one over. Well, quite a lot of room for improvement. Pretty quick. Oh, lost the S rank there. Had it. At least you have a pretty decent enemy radar for things that have gone foul off. Oh no. Armadillos again, and there goes. Ooh. I was a little late on trying to jump out of damage. You do have to finish the attack before you're allowed to jump. I think it's quite the same case with the dodge. You can cancel out with a dodge, but not jump as far as I'm looking. Well, you need that help. Early as possible. Oh no, come on. That. Slapped. Very end there. Perfectly avoidable spikes. And a little too close, you can't just stand behind those guys. No way. Oh. Way. Yeah. Underestimating how overestimating rather how much room I have to move around the below enemy. Be the ones that are causing me the most trouble. Oh no, lost the combo cooldown and a C rank there. Should dodge around the armadillo that time at least. Jump it okay. Well, it's probably unnecessarily. I actually needed quite that big an emergency. Go up to the S rank though, which certainly has its benefits. Oh, very poor positioning there. Probably shouldn't have expended all my ammunition. But we managed to escape out of that one. Okay, here's where it gets a little tricky from a page perspective. so far. Go. Alright, let's give these guys a fair bit of room, given how much trouble. Oh, the ground pound definitely works, you just need to not run into a much more trivial attack directly after the fact. I mean, you should just be dodging around the armadillo attack in the first place like that. Oh. A little dynamically there, didn't expect to cover that much distance at once. Ran me right into the saw. That was unnecessary. Probably should have saved that. Back to the sea. What's up? Getting an intuitive sense of how much damage everything can take. How much leeway I have to take it down before the attacks land. Something I think that will also just have to come practice, as with the lock-on that we're not using with much precision. Actually, quite forgiving to the player, I think. Okay, now we gotta watch out for this guy. Very long cooldown on a dodge. Oh. Very satisfying actually to kind of back dodge away from the projectiles. Oh, thank you for the follow. It's nice to have a bit of an audience for indie games that aren't getting a lot of attention. Oop. And S-Man 51182. This is called Super Crush KO. And Rusu, hello as well. Super Crush KO is kind of oh, thank you for the follow as well. Super Crush KO is kind of the new game from the developers of Graceful Explosion Machine, which I previously know from the Switch and other platforms to be kind of a combination between a Bayonetta-style action game and a shoot-'em-up. This is much more of just a, you know, more of a traditional combo-based beat-'em-up game by the same developers. And so this is a stream of my very first run through the game. I'm just trying to go through it without continues and, you know, getting a decent initial run of ranks as I learn the mechanics. I think hardly anybody is showing this off. This just came out on the Switch and I think on PC about 2 weeks ago. So it's a very new game and there aren't a lot of people on the leaderboard. I'm usually finishing within the top 200 or so just on my first try, so it's definitely a game that I think deserves a lot more attention. Because it is a lot of fun. I've heard it's quite short and that I think I may already be at the halfway point, but it's a very deep combo and scoring system that I'm showing off very badly right here. And there's always a ton of room for improvement, so I feel like it's one that will last quite a while for people who like chasing high scores or want to watch things explode in very pretty colors. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for dropping by the stream, regardless. It's not a game that I think a lot of people are looking for. So it's nice to a little bit of a viewership for it. Be doing as much of it as I can next or two, and at least finish some of the story mode content on a very basic level. Slowly getting better at this. This is, I think, maybe my third try through this level already because I've been dying a lot, but That's partly because I'm refusing to use the continues, just as a personal challenge. Ooh, not dodging that guy very well. Yeah, this game is a ton of fun. Very fast and all about maintaining your momentum and learning when to play defensively. Nice thing about this game and about Graceful Explosion Machine as well is that colors are extremely clear. You can tell that attacks are always in red. Which did not stop me from dying there. I'm just exiting to the menu to start over from scratch. I wish there were a button to start from the beginning, actually. I think that's the one thing that seems to be missing when you die. Because certainly, if you're going for the high rank scores, you don't want to use continues. Because they do count against you. Scoring table at the end. Like, the development team for this game is so small that they actually do, I think, have a lot of direct contact with players in terms of listening to feedback, so I'll just need to probably drop them an email or something and tell them, hey, could you have a button to continue from the start of the stage? Unless I'm just missing that by not navigating the menus, which is always possible. Okay. Let's try that. Focus here and remember how to put out this pattern. Ooh. Get out of here before we take damage. Hey. Okay. 2 hearts down, which is not very good this early in this level, considering that we're not even at the more stage-dependent parts yet. Let's see how we do. Okay. Incoming damage. I'm gonna flank this guy and corrupt some of them. Very huge risk-reward dynamic when it comes to interrupting attacks. That, in order to interrupt the fiercest attacks, the enemies, you need to kind of get on countering them extremely early with the ground pound. So the deadlier the attack, the earlier you need to react in order to block them. Very interesting dynamic, and throws off my own timing considerably because my reaction time, as you can see, can be kind of terrible. Let's blast these guys. I want to deal with him. That's really the trick with the beam attack that's coming all the way across the screen. It's just to save them for the trouble spots. Okay, S rank, there we go. A bit tidier now, but I think we're at the hard part yet. The length of this level actually feels really quite substantial. A gradual escalation of one segment next. Okay, a bit slow on that guy, but here we are again. Go. switch over. We are. Ooh, yikes. Take those guys out. Okay. Find the path in there. Very helpful to have that heart, and we are back to S. I see. So I think it's when your combo is long enough to trigger the S rank that the game starts spawning hearts at you. I think that seems to be one of the distant sources of help. Yeah, thank you for dropping by to stream. Hope you enjoy the game if you get a chance to play it. Sorry, it was a little bit late on reading chat there because this game takes quite a bit of focus. Watch that saw blade. Oh, yikes. A bit aggressive attack there, and that we're 2 hearts down already. A pretty sizable bonus for finishing segments with a good metal rank. So you don't want to just take damage at the very end and all that advantage. We'll have learned to read that guy's animation quickly yet. Oh, yikes. I'm spamming the initial attack button a little often, using it, dashing into things that are a little exceedingly dangerous. Oh. Damage in on this guy if possible, just to reduce complications. And we're back on 4 hearts, which is encouraging. Now, tricky this segment was. Finished that on an S rank, which is nice because I think we are finally through this chapter. Multiple attempts. A kind of a 6-minute stage. Felt really action-packed. Can I become a professional robot beater-upper? At a job. I wish it were a job. No perfect combos that time, but we do manage to get enough of a combo score to get the S rank regardless, just taking a little too much damage on every segment. At least there is a perfect combo medal that is divided by segment, and so there isn't so much pressure to be perfect throughout all 6 minutes of the level. Or however long it takes, so you know. Finishing at a top 100. They're definitely a good start. How could you defeat Mecha 1? Not quite the best, not that high up on the leaderboard just yet. Sure, there's some kind of fascinating developer backstory to why they're named Karen and Ann, but I certainly can't discern what that would be. Travel the cosmos. This robot's very name frightened away entire civilizations. It's probably just Mecha 2. I bet it's Mecha 2. Yeah. How very predictable. Okay, let's figure out the approach. Nice, got a slice there. Oh, lost a combo, but I think the approach there could be difficult. Okay, let's build some meter. Opportunity. Anybody's animation yet. Okay. Like the wind up there where his arms put together is the dash attack. Let's get that part going. No? Try to dodge out of that and manage timing. Super. Cutting it close now. Some meter again. Okay, only a B rank on the finish. Bit of a difficult approach in that boss, I think. The fight is short enough that it might be a fun one to perfect. Okay, second big robot down. They're just like the other robots, but you know, bigger. Easy, easy. Watch this interstitial cutscene. We KO our way towards very distressed little cat they're trying to rescue. How are we doing on the leaderboards? Let's see. With a short fight like that, I don't imagine very well. Lots of S ranks there. Okay, West Pine West. See what this part of the city is all about. Go. Oh, little poor estimate on whether I have dodge available. We'll have to figure out how to read that thing. When I'm able to dodge, I don't see where the visual indication is, and I may just have missed that in the tutorial. There is a visual indication. I think probably is just on it. Just means that you have to be very careful about button spam, not doing it. Anticipate that properly for once. Let's run up the score so we can get some hearts back. Correct about the way it works. Maybe not. Have to do some testing at some point to figure out the minor points of the game. Of course, if you are going for S+ ranks, getting hearts back isn't really part of the equation anyway, because you should not be taking hits at all. Yeah, we didn't need to do that. That was a massive whip. But maybe we'll be able to build up the meter again by the time we need it fixed. found out on the boss level just now that chaining special attack very good for large enemies. Wow, that is one hell of a range on that guy. Don't know how dodgeable that would be. At least it's a fairly narrow cone, but I think you may just need to go around it. Don't quite want to test that at my own expense yet. Yeah, fairly easy flank. Should be able to do a dodge through Cone of Fire if it's consistent with everything else in the game. But you need to give him plenty of space, as you can see. Plenty of space. Okay. Let's push through. Oh, this guy again. Always a little bit tough to deal with. You guys need to stun lock him like that and keep him under control. Deal with the big threats first, and give ourselves a little more space. Rather satisfied with the anticipation on that attack. Kill these guys here finally. Okay, that was a pretty clean, perfect combo. Probably the cleanest run we've had in some time. Okay, that was a very bad start. Get to this locked room here. And that guy some space. Pay attention to where that guy's facing in order to avoid the conal attack. Go. Down fairly quickly. I've been taking hits though, so this will be far from perfect. Oh, okay, that's maybe too much to deal with. Let's just zap. Don't want to deal with that. That. Keep going. Hi, Louisa. I'm reading your name correctly. Welcome to the stream. Haven't really been able to keep an eye on chat while playing this game, unfortunately, because it is very attention dependent. 2 perfect combos that time. Okay, that's better than I expected. It's okay, Chubbs. I'll protect you from that robot-destroying monster. And let's move on. After how we're doing on the board. Okay, top 100 from some of these longer S ranks, which is on one hand nice to see, and on the other maybe a testament to how underplayed this game really is. 3-2, let's go. Okay, just gonna smash him before he does anything too vicious to me. Do I remember what these guys do, or are they new? Rabbit enemies. Raving rabbits. Whoa, what is that? Okay, so you beat them up and they explode. Okay. That is useful to know. So, gotta watch that zoning there. Oh. I mean, I did get fair warning for that explosion. I just didn't expect it on the edge of the screen, so... Oh. Did not get enough range on that dodge, unfortunately. A fairly clean combo to tidy that cluster up, though. Okay, we are actually seeing a little bit more horizontal spacing now in this game, where we're doing a little bit of off-screen scrolling. Whereas previously, really were kind of confined to one room. Unfortunately rather, this means we do need to make sure we're aware of not leaving too much space, lest we have trouble repeating combos together. This will be a restart, but that was a very intense level to begin with. Okay, here we go. Gotta get an interrupt going. Like the ground pound quite consistently works against the red attacks from the enemies. And let's add some space. Okay, so we're getting some S breaks on these now. Nice. Rabbits go down quite easily, you just need to watch the spacing. Let's destroy them. Don't know if they do any sort of friendly fire, but I would assume not. Oh, okay. Down to one hit remaining already. Very poor on my part. At least the heart follows you onto the next screen. Leaving enough room to dodge that attack. I should not get cornered. The armadillo enemies. They cause all kinds of trouble. That's a knockout. A crush knockout, as it were. Okay, so you do need to shoot these barriers. I don't know if they respawn. Or rather, I don't know either if they manage to keep your combo going either. Thing to be attentive to. They block the enemy movement as well. That's something that would be important to know. Okay. Oh no, they definitely don't keep the combo going. That is a problem. So when you see those coming, you do need to conserve some ammunition. Blast through them quickly without losing combo string. It does appear that you need to take care of that in one continuous motion, though. Knocking down the doors, I mean. Okay. Let's get out of there. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Destructible platforms. Satisfying back dodge once again. Let's open up that cluster. And blast these guys again. That gives me a perfect combo. more of a platforming challenge now. Much more movement intensive around the confines of the stage than a lot of previously seen in this game. Really have to attentive to the layout now. Okay. Let's try not to lose our combo spacing. Not trying to too much distance between either end of the arena. We in the S rank. Okay. Oh no. Trying a little too aggressively to maintain the S there and walked right into damage. Ran out of dodges there, I'm afraid, but we at least got decent combo score going for most of that string. Okay. Oh, okay. Not paying attention at all, and that's really too bad considering what a good run we had earlier in that level. Had at least one perfect clear, had another one that was quite close, but we are taking the self-imposed rule of no continues seriously. So, back to the start we go. Okay, a little worse than the previous run at the stage already, but it's partly because of the incoming damage. Okay, we're getting back up to S now. Very nice. Perfect combo on this screen. Don't actually know where the metal cutoffs in the stage are placed, but I think we'll just have to find out if we ever do get around to pushing S+. Oh, okay. Watching the incoming damage there. Certain imperative to get rid of bigger threats. Oh, yikes. Very avoidable. But pretty good clear one side of the screen to the other. Now we know how the doors work. Cautionary tail not to spend ranged attack too soon. Find good opportunities to knock down doors when you still have some combos on. Hey, cleanly knocked down one of the armadillos for once in my life. And yes, it just reset and not reset. And it's quite a short range projectile that comes out of the explosion. from the rabbit bombs, as it were. Beat that guy up. Good spot dodges in that hole so far. At least until I said so. Thanks. Zap these. Needed that clear, as well as the scoring bonus. Back to 3 hearts. Back up to 4. Checkpoint that we're not really using. Oh no, I wanted to dodge into that, and that was a input. Not just spam the ranged attack everywhere, but it's cool. Axe. Eat it. Ooh, trying to dodge into that, and that was very unfortunately planned. Might have been the segment that I had trouble in last time too. Oh wow. Already back down to 0. Oh, nope, didn't have the dodge available. Maybe you can't really air dodge to begin with. Or, no, yeah, you can, but the thing about the dodge cooldown is not obvious to me. Be the main point of difficulty in this game. And I think probably intentional for it to just gauging the cooldown and not excessively spamming the dodge. That would trivialize quite a bit about the game anyway. And okay. Managed to get the perfect combo on this screen again. I don't know what the Mega Crush bonus was for, but I'll take it. Probably just hitting little enemies in the same cluster. Get the sense that I'm underusing the special attacks in general. Go. Already taking far too much damage on this weapon. Recover some health. There we go. Back to an A rank, which is a little more acceptable, I suppose. And not really getting much use out of the homing attack yet with the speed at which the frenetic action is going. Certainly one thing that can be mastered. Okay. Late in that spot dodge. fairly swift. Maintain... Couldn't maintain that S rank, but I don't know if that would have given you the end of segment bonus. Out of the room, because I'm not quite clear yet on what happens to your metal bonuses. They fade from room at the end of the segment like that. That's probably just a matter of paying attention to UI and seeing what's actually okay. Being clear on that side. That's that piece. Oh boy, that was a big miss, considering that you basically just threw away the S rank bonus on the last enemy. Oh. I suppose you are supposed to string your way over with the Aerial X, the air pump. Trouble with some of the segments ahead. Quite beaten them yet. I think most of the scores here have been pretty satisfying so far. In line with the... But this segment has been giving me quite a lot of trouble with all the damage you do need to deal with. There you go. Again. Okay, going a little bit cleaner this time. Oh, so the rabbits are actually a little bit different. It's the gold-headed one that fires projectile, it seems. Oh, okay, there we go, lost bonus. But again, that room very generous with the perfect combo. Then satisfying to gun them down. Rip this spot. These guys as well. This guy as soon as you can, just given the trouble you have with them. Okay, that was a very satisfying rank. Now let's not ponder that with any awful play for the rest of this level. Cleanly, it's far relative to previous runs. Oh, walked right into that. Okay. Notes. Some of this before to get rolling. Could be better, but fine. think this segment, where we do some deadlier enemies. Oh, okay. Wasn't expecting all that diagonal jump off that pad. I didn't expect. Want to beam attack fairly soon. We're having some trouble with clearing space. There we go. That diagonal pad is really throwing off expected geometry of some of these jumps. That is an impressive challenge here. Okay. Did that correctly for once. Oh, okay. A little bit of trouble, I think, in that corner, seeing the visibility of the character just relative to the corner and therefore projectile. But I think everybody was a little bit jammed on the edge of the screen. Not really paying much attention to the building collision there. A bit of trouble rounding that corner. It did cost you S rank along with way too much health. Okay, let's perhaps try to get some replenishment going somewhere here. I think we may be at the very end of the level. No, we're not. Okay, checkpoint. Okay, that was a very quick clear of that segment. Good. Some of the previous segments of the visibility of the hard collisions on the corner of the building may be causing a little bit more trouble than expected. Reaction. Yeah. Bit of a short reach on my part there. Okay, let's string along and get that into crush button. Okay, that was a tough stage to get through, but imagine that will at least mean less competition up at the S rank charts for the people who are deciding to forgo checkpoints like I'm doing here. Alright, ow, that hurt. Yes, it did. I wonder though if she says that if you don't take any hits, or if that is still the same line of dialogue. Okay. Not a lot of people managing this so far. Let's move on. Nope, that was poorly judged. Beginning of the stage, so we'll probably just have to start this one over soon enough. And I suppose if you let those guys drop, they cluster up very neatly. You get some combo attacks. Okay. Good screen transition there. Managed it. pushing way too far with a special attack there. Yeah, definitely no friendly fire from that explosion. Oh. Lost the A rank right at the end. Very pure game in some respects, just not a lot of fluff. So you one stage to the next. Oh, this is going quite badly though. Might not even make it through this very early segment. Given that those are vertically placed, I mean, I didn't think you could do a vertical dodge because the dodge seems to be side to side, so I just have to avoid those segments entirely. Beams, I mean, if I understand them correctly. I don't think there should be a safe way to traverse them. They're just laid down like that. Okay, there you go. After a very rough start, that was, we'll come back. Okay, now we need to kill this guy. Oh, okay. Very pointy head. I suppose he's just a large version of those little guys that look kind of like attack dogs. Yeah, it's just sort of an ultra version, tier 3. Might not seem like there's a lot of enemy variety in this game, but there actually is a fair bit of diversity to their patterns, and as you get into the larger ones that have multiple attacks, of course, you'll learn how to read. Let's just clean this up. Probably unnecessary to do that, it was overkill, but I had the S rank and I wanted to keep it. Segment is very much just about moving safely around the stage. The enemies themselves, thus far, giving. Oh, did not have the dodge available. And a little bit hard to tell. Trap going there. Pull out of the way. Okay. String that dodge. Now when you dodge into projectiles like that, I should actually watch the metal counter because I don't know if that refreshes combo time. It's playing defensively. Stay low on the ground here. That is S. I think just enough S ranks here that we hopefully not take too much damage and throw it all away. This guy, for instance, seems to be a fairly sizable threat. Okay. Projectile burst coming out of his landing. Beat him up quickly enough. That's less of an issue. That's a temporary platform. This segment looks like it's just a mini platforming tutorial for the test to come, if I understand it correctly. Long S rank combo here, and it would be a shame if we lost it now. That was actually a very clean segment. End of that stage already. That went very cleanly. I think that's going to be a very clear S rank. Three perfect combos. A fairly high score. Despite 11 hits taken. I have spent way too long trying to find a cat this cute. Maybe she'll give up now. The cat or the player? We're about to find out. Now we will try to finish World 3 by the end of the stream. I don't know if we'll be going for much longer than that, or leaving the rest to separate segment. 42 on a scoreboard for that one. Yeah, that seemed to go rather well. Let's walk through the next one, see how we do. Up a fair bit of damage before really being threatened there. Very satisfying to get in the flow of this game. Lost a bit much on the timer there, though. Okay. Time-sensitive platforming segments are as a bit of a surprise. You have to play them very cleanly, I think, and they'll be a sticking point in a very clean metal challenge run. But it does make it potentially quite rewarding to do them with the requisite precision. This side out. Oh. A little too much health remaining on that guy. Dodge over those buttons. Okay, so that's a boost pad. Interesting that you still have new stage mechanics at this stage of the game, but and again, the variety at this point is coming almost entirely from stage mechanics. And it seems like a dodge over the pad is going to be counting as a continuous dodge. And we're invulnerable all the way through, which, well, at the end of that attack there, it seems a very good read of how much distance you actually get while invulnerable. Oh, getting a bit reliant on that though. That will be the end of that. You could actually, at some point, check the menu to see if menu from start as opposed to checkpoints. It's available right there without exiting out, but that would be 2 clicks regardless, wouldn't it? So, much of an advantage of that speed-wise is when it loads very quickly. Let's see if we can knock this guy down as cleanly as we did previously. I see, so the S rank totally did matter. Speed at getting through one obstacle to the next, where the plus runs, that will be something to watch out for. You transition through the door and the spike trap very cleanly on the first try. Have enough time to observe the S rank going into the next segment. That's an S rank. Very nice. Oh, okay. Yeah, not spam the special attacks like that, they just throw me completely out of position. I think that's the trick to games like this in general. You don't want to be spamming energy-based attacks anyway. You have to be very deliberate. But in heat of the action, that is easier said than done. Get a very clean rhythm going. Now this is the corner of the building that we, similar to what we had trouble with earlier. Be a perfect combo. Start at D again in this segment because it's slow. Unless you just start at D in every segment anyway. It's really one of those rules I need to learn properly. Yes. Again, a little more relevant. Push the ranks leaderboard. Grab that. Need it. Okay, that's gonna be a tap, tap, tap. You need to be fairly precise about distances there. Then you don't really have enough of a cooldown to, work with it. I mean, I guess I don't really understand dodge that well yet, considering how critical it is to the rest of the game. Yeah, speak of defensive. Takes a while to time out accurately. Okay, fun. Oh, tried to dodge into that, but failed to cancel out or whatever I was doing prior. Oh, tried to dive into that, and that was very misjudged. And that is a death. Rather too bad, considering. expecting that we'll get this level and then cut the stream off after Mecha 3. And... oh, didn't have to deal with that previously. Got this guy down. Okay, still a little too slow on preserving that rank. Okay, let's go. I see here. Was actually a missed input. I didn't mean to blast everything out of the sky quite like that, but okay, whatever works. It could take me up to S. Give me a bit of replenishment. That's a knockout. Missed that hard. Having a lot of trouble with this segment, so try to handle it with care. For the combination special attacks, I'd be a little bit more deliberate about the direction of each successive special. Well, that was a fancy dodge. Okay, perfect combo right there. Okay, this is where it's going to get a little tougher. Quite glad that I have beam available there. I just don't want to deal with that guy. Gotta get out of the way before the rapid explosion, but it seems I lost my S rank anyway. Oh, whoops. Oh, I see. I needed to use the dodge pad to get through all three of those at once. Even read that properly the first time. It's a fast-moving game. Okay, down we go. Took a bit of needless damage from that beam gate. But now we know how it works. And work on this and improve. Okay. Okay, this is going badly. That was just a sloppy run altogether. They need to get past the first segment. Which means we can try the continue button, see what happens. Oh no. Spends continue, so let's not do that. Oh, not watching. Rapid explosion zone. Oh, didn't get out of there fast enough. Very sloppy. We have done much better on that segment. Go from previous relevance of trying to get through this bit quickly enough. Or to be relevant. Hey, we actually managed to preserve the rank that time, but that was on B, for which the timer is much more generous. Rank. Then I should actually pay attention to the audio cues. I think it was a sign that I, in fact, managed to get back up to S. Not, in fact, totally clear on this. Let's get this guy this comfy little position. Knock that out. Damage. Okay. Still lots to go, though. Still lots to do. Much that can go wrong. The sort of fire scorpion guys seem to go down very quickly, though. Fights that massive cone of incoming damage, so it's a matter of flushing them upwards from under and knocking them way out of position in order to neutralize that threat. Cleaner run on this segment, I think. Much cleaner. Oh. Much for that. Just need to pick up plenty of breathing room. Not about to be knocked into the sky and juggled either. Get out. Oh. And they're much too early. We're gonna have to use the beam, I think, and clear some of this up. I don't want to be spending too long on that guy. Too much of a threat to deal with. I think this is near territory. No, we have not been that far yet. Just okay. Actually get that knocked out. Let's grab the helpful punishment. Seems like there's going to be something movement intensive here with the dodge pad taking you over oncoming block of spikes. Now these guys look new. Seem to be just aerial projectile enemies. Fire at you from the air, very simple. Need a little bit of situational awareness in order to zone out. meter management too, as you alternate between the pistol, the ranged special, aerial special rather, the air pop. Oh, pretty wasted a dodge over there. Damn. Okay, fairly good directional clearance all around. Okay. S rank already, which is nice. A lot of incoming damage to deal with though. Again, we will be saving that attack for troublesome. Just like that. Oh. Totally missed a dodge and just wanted that S rank. Numpad really has the ability to throw you off if you're not planning around it, but we managed to get that down. I believe that's it for this stage. New perfect combos early in the stage, and that will be a fairly simple S rank. Could be, I think, top 100 in the leaderboard from current expectations. And Karen says, ugh, just give me back my cat. Okay, there's like 7 billion cats on this planet. I actually have no idea what the cat population of the planet must be, but there's, I guess, some parity with the human population of the Earth, and that would be quite astonishing indeed. Interesting that there's a blank spot for number 63. Not sure what that's about. Blank name. World ranking is quite a bit higher. A lot of work before we can get up to that stage. Okay, let's take a look at Mecha 3. You could get any cat in existence. Why are you taking chubs? As my scanners have looked all over the galaxy, and he is the cutest, most perfectest cat in the universe. Her.
Huh?
Very substantial motivation for this act of villainy. We don't actually know yet what the cat's personal preference or consent would be. That doesn't seem to matter because, you know, the robots are on the other side. We must therefore break them. Mecha 3 will now need some kind of slightly complicated pattern, I'm sure. Okay. Oh. Wasted my dodge there. Nope, that guy's still red. Really can't touch him when he's doing that. Gonna need some health replenishment very soon here. Right on time. Wondered that hard very quickly. really should not get close to him during that attack. Need to let 3 projectiles go off and let him revert to blue first. The problem with that being, of course, how do you keep up the combo pistol without completely putting yourself out of ammunition? Might have some problems here. Pick up that heart fairly properly. Oh, get quite enough horizontal movement out of there, and we are down. No, we don't want to suspend continues. What is this? Start. Hit. So far, we're not doing too badly relative to the previous run. A little bit more cautious. Need to grab that replenishment. Oh, nope. Bit late on the fudge. Forgetting once again that we should not approach the boss at that point until 3 rounds of projectiles have been expended. Okay. Oh. Mistake. Not enough time to get the dodge off there, having expended the meter. We should be able to beat him up though, besides taking those hits and knocking us down to 1 health. So, rather short work, too much incoming damage though, so I don't expect that to be a terribly efficient score. And there we are. Chubbs, I'd better get years of cuddles out of you. For this, hoo boy, I'm gonna need a nap. Let's see how we are doing at the leaderboard. After we see this little cutscene with the continued napping of the cat. Step thud. You've tripped your way over into a less than perfect score. That will take us down to World 4. Now, I believe World 4 is actually all there is to game, so it is a rather short experience for not going for ranks and not refusing to use continues as I am doing here. But, yeah, we're doing okay. But a very sloppy boss fight. It seems like only about 100 people have pulled it off at an equivalent level, which is fairly in line with what we've seen in World 3 so far. Not too bad for a first run. For those just joining us, unfortunately we will be winding down fairly soon and continuing this on a separate stream as we push through the remainder of the game in World 4 and maybe hopefully clean up the remaining A ranks and start working on F+. That's, hopefully this was a fairly productive first segment of demonstrating Super Crush KO by Vertex Pop. And that will be the conclusion of this stream.